What's going on, everybody? This Afro think tank. Listen, only 75 cents a month, you can protect a white mailman from vicious dogs that like to bite their ankles when they deliver the mail. If you just donate 75 cents to the Disenfranchised White Mailman Foundation, you can protect them poor precious white mailmen that gotta go outside in the 90-degree weather when it's hot as shit outside and they ain't got no sunscreen on. You can protect those white mailmen who got green and blue eyes and gotta wear sunshades with prescriptions in it so they can see which number of the building is so you can deliver the right mail at the right place. For only 75 cents a month, you can help a white mailman in the summertime be able to make sure his knees don't sweat when it's 100,000 degrees outside. For only 75 cents a month, America, you can help these disenfranchised mailmen get one extra day off a week because you know they work 6 days out of a week. All we asking for is for you support our young white mailmen who got to deal with these vicious demons. These vicious demons that do nothing but target them every time they come across the gate. For some reason, these vicious demons seem to think that when that white mailman come, there's their territory or something. And as you can see, this vicious demon is trying to take me out. Because I'm not a white young mailman and I got more than 75 cents in my pocket, I can handle it. But we all know, to a white mailman, this is a threat. Also, for only 75 cents a month, we can go ahead and restock all houses with white dogs only. Only white demons allowed, because for some reason, white demons seem to be able to recognize white mailmen and don't see him as a threat. White demons only. For 75 cents a month, you'll be able to sponsor one white mailman and his uncooked cheese sandwiches, so he can have his Wonder Bread with the crust cut off and his uncooked cheese oil sandwiches so he can have something to eat to nourish him while he working 14 hours 6 days a week. You'll also be helping them buy cleats for their shoes because even when it's snow outside, they still gotta deliver the mail. It's a dangerous job. And you'll also be helping them with the delivery of them Amazon packages that they forced to deliver even though they work for the United States Postal Service and not Amazon. So please, America, if you have a heart, please donate. The number is 555 mayonnaise. Please help out our white mailmen because they're Americans too. And mailmen's lives matter, especially the white ones.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
Do not let anyone disenfranchise you. Especially if you're a young, hot, white mailman. What you do matters. When you walk up that driveway in your little shorts and you confidently place that package down, that's important work. It's important to me.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man.
I agree. Young men need help. Young men, I'll tell you right now, you're looking for some job security, go in to trades. Electricians, we're going to have a shortage of 500,000 by next year. Pays well, could have a good pension. The people who work there are kind of assholes. The older guys will kind of bully you, which does suck, but if you can get through that, you can have a good life and you can spend that money on whatever you want to spend it on. You know, maybe if you want to have a career change by 30, at least you can move into a new path. So that's my advice to young men. There are tons and tons of trade jobs out there that we need. Go towards that. That will disenfranchise you. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. It'll have you. It'll make it so that you have a better outcome in life. Money is pretty great stuff.
Especially a young white mailman. Don't.
You know, you could be a mailman too, but it's kind of dying. Trump is trying to kill those jobs. Seems to be trying to privatize that, which would have a big, hugely negative impact on a lot of poor people. Listen, I'm tired of the white. White people aren't victims. You know what I mean? Like, this is the only time I'm hearing about white people nowadays is when Trump or whatever other person that doesn't care that their husband was assassinated sits here and talks about it. Stop with this white victim narrative. Chill the fuck out. It's pathetic. Stop it. You're giving a bunch of young white men a victim complex. They can do the same thing as all the TikTokers did in 2020 and sit down and pretend like they can't make any positive, productive change because they are a certain identity group. It's annoying. I hate this victim complex. It's annoying.
Ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there. Strong men who are convicted.
You need strong rednecks. Where's the red? On my neck.
Will be good leaders, good husbands,
So true,
good
Queen.
fathers like mine. We need that.
Your father?
And young women, we need you to also rise up. Don't compromise yourself.
What that means?
Don't look at other women and compare yourself.
I mean, I think I agree. Also for men, I guess.
God has created you for a purpose and a reason far greater than you and I will ever know on this side of heaven.
Yup, to give as much money as possible to Israel. That's what God created you for. So start paying your taxes, guys. Because they do need more bombs over there. Because they started in a conflict with Iran that our administration helped for some reason, even though we didn't need to do it. No new wars, he said, as he starts new wars. Of course. Even Nick Fuentes is saying that Biden was so much better with Iran and that he wouldn't let Israel do whatever they wanted. Isn't that incredible?
But just know that as long as you're a part of Turning Point USA, you have us by your side, and we will be there for you every step of the way.
So I'll let y'all in.
Dude, what the fuck? This is cringe.
Have to do a little shout out because we know that white mailmen are being oppressed. They're not being appreciated enough, lifted up high enough in our society, according to Erica Kirk. So just to give some love to the white mailmen out there, we have the best white mailman. We came home today, checked the mail, and in the mailbox on a bill, he left a little note that says, "I left some pictures on the front porch." My kids' spring school pictures came in and he didn't want them to get bent. So he kindly left them in a chair on the front porch, which was super nice. He's the best. Just wanted to shout that out, on behalf of all the white male men out there.
Are people really disenfranchising people that work for USPS? I'm really concerned now. I just saw this speech and she said people are trying to disenfranchise young white mailmen.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you.
If you are a postal service worker in America, you never let anyone talk down to you or disenfranchise you. Ever.
So recent widow, sleeper cell agent, industry plant, vice presidential mistress, and somehow Air Force Advisory Board committee member Erica Kirk recently said this on stage.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men.
And while I have to start with the understanding or the assumption that she's not talking about young postal carriers,
young white male man,
mailmen that work for the USPS, and she just means male/men, which I guess is an important distinction considering pronouns are all the rage for them right now and they struggle with them. So I can understand the distinction of male men, not necessarily female men, but the reality is they are being disenfranchised, but they're being disenfranchised by old white men. Like, immigrants aren't taking your jobs. Your jobs were given away because the people who own the companies that gave their jobs away want to make more profit by reducing their labor, by hiring immigrants who aren't subject to the same rights, benefits, and privileges that you are as an American citizen. The same immigrants who have been priced out of the housing market just like you by the same old white guys who've made sure that housing real estate values stay so high that you can't afford them either, while convincing you that somehow all the homes are being given away to people who just barely made it in this country illegally at that. That doesn't make sense. The reality is you are being disenfranchised by your fathers, your grandfathers, and your uncles. The people who are holding on so tightly to whatever retirement and retail and real estate or whatever asset value they can because they can't work, they don't want to work, they don't have jobs anymore, and they have to keep the value and price of things high so that they can continue to live because they were shitty to you and you don't want to take care of them. And they've also made sure that there isn't elder care or health care or any types of public services for anybody anymore. So they're holding on as tight to every penny and dollar that they can, even at the expense of you and your future. That's who you have a problem with. That's who's ruining your life. And they're using people like Erica Kirk to tell you that somehow it's anyone else but them. But the reality is, it's always been old white men disenfranchising young white men. I mean, look at who's on TV every day sending you to war. It's not people that look like me. It sure as hell ain't immigrants. It sure as hell isn't black women. It's old white men. Good talk.
Erica Kirk seriously just said this.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
Now here's the thing. White men historically are about 30% of the US population. Meanwhile, 98% of US presidents have been white men. 94% of the US Senate have been white men. 94% of the Supreme Court have been white men. 90% of the House of Representatives have been white men. And 90% of CEOs of Fortune 500 companies have been white men. If there's one demographic that has not only not been oppressed throughout American history, but has been vehemently overrepresented and getting jobs not because of merit, but because of nepotism, because of white supremacy, because of male patriarchy, it's white men. And for Erica Kirk to pretend that it's white men who are being oppressed, when in actuality we see record highs in hate crimes against black and brown people, against Jewish people, against LGBTQ people, violence against women is epidemic. For her to center white men is a form of sociopathic behavior that I don't know how we get out of as a country. And also, up until the 1965 Civil Rights Act, white men had control of everything to the tune of basically 100%. Imagine controlling everything: education, economics, government, the Supreme Court, Fortune 500 companies, every aspect of the society for nearly 200 years. And now, because women and black and brown people have a tiny portion of that, you suddenly claim that you are oppressed. This is the old saying that when you've had privilege for centuries, equality feels like oppression.
How come in America we make everything about race? I know a lot of people in America hate Erica Kirk. Yeah, she has a very weird stare, but recently she said something very nice and people are making it about race. If you don't remember, Erica Kirk is a woman who recently lost her husband. Her husband was Charlie Kirk and he was a professional rage baiter. He would often go to colleges and debate young college students. On the day that Charlie Kirk lost his life, the last thing he did was make things about race. He was asked a question about mass shootings in America. Charlie Kirk would then bring up black people, then you heard bang. Even though Charlie Kirk was a very hateful person, Erica Kirk recently said something very powerful.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
When Erica Kirk is saying young white male men, she was not saying that in a Charlie Kirk way. She was talking about young white male men. You know, the guys in America who deliver mail in packages? She was telling these young white men who deliver the mail that they matter. She told them to not let anyone disenfranchise them. Erica Kirk was simply saying young white men who deliver the mail should not let anyone walk all over them. She was not saying every young white man in America needs to stand up for themselves. Actually, after rewatching this video, I think she did make it about race. I actually don't think she was talking about the mailman. I think Erica Kirk was just talking about young white men in America.
Rain, sleet, or snow, it's got to go. I hate this job so bad. They don't even want these bills. Ain't nobody even out here or nothing, it's just me. Why y'all ain't shovel these stats? I can't get these gloves messed up. Oh yeah, this the nice side of the street here. They be snow blowing up. They don't salt though. Hey, Miss Jones, thank you for shoveling your little steps. It was safe, and I got your check, and I got a certified from juvenile court. What, you got some badass kids in there? They'll whoop my little ass, won't they? Can I come in and warm up for a little minute? Please? You got some hot chocolate? You got to sign for this certified. Hey, boss, I'm not going to make it back by 6 o'clock. I don't know what to tell you. I'm out here doing the best I can. 6:30. What's that going to do? 30 little man. I'm not going to make it back by 6:30. No. No, I'm not gonna make it back. I'm gonna do the best I can. What, you want me to deliver the packages, bring the mail back? I'll do what I can.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need to let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you.
Does this also include the young white man raised in the MAGA household that killed the father of your children? Because respectfully, where was the same energy when black and other people of color teenagers were wrongfully killed or criminalized? Because historically, white teenagers are infantilized even well into adulthood, while black teenagers are treated like grown men the moment something happens. Let's talk about it. Trayvon Martin was 17 years old when he was shot and killed by George Zimmerman. After taking his life, Zimmerman went on to profit off his tragedy. signing autographs on a bag of Skittles, and even auctioning the firearm used to kill him. The Central Park Five were teenagers in 1989 when they were wrongfully convicted of a brutal assault they did not commit. Years of their childhood and young adulthood were stolen from them by a system that rushed to criminalize them. And Kendrick Johnson, a teenager found dead inside a rolled up gym mat at his school in 2013. Over a decade later, his family is still fighting for answers. Time and time again, this system has shown us who it protects and who it fails. Black teenagers are denied innocence. They are denied grace. They are denied the benefit of the doubt. Meanwhile, we repeatedly watch white young men receive sympathy, leniency, and second chances, even when their actions cause real harm. So when people suddenly start talking about protect young white men from being disenfranchised, I have to ask, where was that concern when Black and other people of color teenagers were losing their lives, their freedom, and their futures? Because for many communities, fear isn't being disenfranchised. Fear is simply not surviving an encounter with the system at all.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
She's so performative, it makes me sick. Where are the white men that are being disenfranchised, Erica? We're looking for them. Where in the United States of America are white men being deprived of their rights and their privileges? I need that answer quickly. Mind y'all, we're talking about the demographic of men who are more likely to benefit from generational wealth or greater access to healthcare and housing, generally higher incomes, higher representation in leadership roles. What about that is disenfranchised? I, for one, am so sick and tired of white people acting like they're victims in this country. You're not. The systems that we navigate within, even in 2026, were built for you to succeed and prosper. Attempting to use the plight of Black and brown Americans in this country as your own is very reductive and antagonistic, in my opinion. I'm here to tell you that you're not disenfranchised, beloved. You're just upset that other demographics of people within this country are beginning to gain some type of equity. And when you've been indoctrinated to live a life of selfishness and entitlement, sometimes sharing can feel like somebody's taking something away from you. But what I would say to that is get the fuck over it. I fear Erica Kirk said the quiet part out loud. Turning Point USA was made by and for white men to reestablish dominance within this country, and that's the gag.
Just a little reminder for you, be strong, white male man.
8 months of this mailman shit and I ain't even got no uniform or nothing. I got on 4 jeans and some joggers. They can't be ruining all my shoes. I know they ain't gonna give us no money for them either. These ain't even the real ones. They not gonna last all day. Nobody even believes I'm their mailman for real. What the fuck this is? I need some more clothes. Hey boss, I just got stopped by these safety people. Yeah, they said I need my uniform. Can't keep delivering in these Jordans. They not the real ones neither. So it's slippy out here. They not gonna last all day. I'm gonna need some help. It's about 1 step at a time. I can't even barely step in all these damn jeans. They gonna give me a bag and some spray and say, enjoy your day, Dad. I hate this job, I really do. I don't even know which pair of pants is falling. Oh my God. Hey, Miss Jones. It's been a long day. Here go your check. Sorry I'm late. And your sister got her W-2s as well, if you want to call her. But some people call their sister. They get excited when their sister get their W-2s. I'll see you tomorrow, Miss Jones.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't see me flagging you down?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Okay, I was flagging you down. And by the way, I want you to hear this. Okay, I need to see Greg's mail. Greg Harrison.
Who are you?
I'm his fiance.
Okay. Do you have a request?
Yeah, I need his mail.
Nah, that's not his mail. I just pulled this from the blue box. That's not how this works.
Okay, so why didn't you stop when I was trying to flag you down?
Like I said, ma'am, I didn't see you.
Okay, so can I have his mail? It's
No,
important.
That's not how that works, ma'am. I can't just give you the mail.
Well, I need it.
Okay, so you can go to his house and get it.
See, this is a problem I'm having with him. What is your name?
My name is Troy Aikman, ma'am.
Okay, and I need to see your identification. So I need to report this in.
Not required to give you any identification.
You see what's going on here? This is what I'm talking about. Okay, I asked you nicely, can I see his mail because I'm his fiance,
But you're asking me at an industrial park, not even close to where his house is.
If you would have just stopped where I was at, maybe.
You know,
I've been persecuted. I have been a victim my entire life, and I'm so glad that someone is brave enough to speak up. Thank you, Erica Kirk, for sticking up for me. We are the white mailmen, and we will not be silenced.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't.
How when I talk on the flop, I do not care about these niggas, so why would you think that I care about a how? How when I talk on the flop, she wanna talk on the bout. I do not care about these niggas, so why would you think that I care about a how? All of my niggas be ready to shoot at these bitches.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.